Hi, I'm Cassandra Brush, and you are watching Zero Waste Central. Today, I have guests from the Berry Technical Center Pre-Tech program, and here they are. I'd like to have you introduce yourselves.
I'm Brittany Peloquin, 10th grade.
I'm Michael Hutchinson, I'm in 9th grade.
I'm Connor Duprey, I'm in 9th grade.
I'm Sherman, I'm in 9th grade.
Welcome. Thanks for coming today, guys. So I want to talk about why you're here, but first, I'm just curious. You're the Pre-Tech Outreach program at the Berry Technical Center, is that right?
Yes.
Can you tell me what is Pre-Tech Outreach? What does that mean?
Pre-Tech Outreach is I guess, kind of like a class out of Spalding High School Technical Center. And we go around the region and we help out local organizations like Central Vermont Waste Management. Also,
Central Vermont Solid Waste Management.
Solid Waste Management. We also help out the food bank.
Nice.
We've been doing the backpacking program and sending food to local people who need it. We also helped out Cross Vermont Trails. We helped set up 2 1,000-pound I-beams.
For, what were the I-beams for?
For a bridge.
So you guys in this room right here moved 2 1,000-pound I-beams to build a bridge.
Yeah,
Yes.
just us.
Just your own strength?
Yeah.
No machines?
No.
Pretty much.
We set up logs as like rollers. We had one group at the far end.
Using pulley systems.
Using pulley systems?
Yes.
Nice. Wow, that's incredible that you did that. I would love to see that. I think we have some photos we'll show too. So tell me about the food bank. What are you doing there?
At the food bank, we're doing the backpacking program, which is we're putting food inside of bags, and we give them to local schools for people to hand out for kids that maybe don't have enough food at home.
And so you're a part of that program making that happen for other students.
Yes.
So are there other specific programs you're working in through your outreach?
We go to the Two Rivers Farm in Montpelier and help them plant and harvest vegetables.
And just to be clarify, so the Pre-Tech Outreach is part of Berry Tech Center. It's located in Spalding High School, is that right?
Yes.
And so basically your program, you guys are getting your academic learning through the outreach, and these other organizations are receiving the service that you offer. Is that how it works?
Yes.
Nice. And so I know that you've been working with the Central Vermont Solid Waste Management District as part of your outreach. So tell me a little bit about that. And of course, you're on a show about zero waste, so I want to hear about what you're doing around zero waste.
We did a waste audit.
A waste audit?
And we sorted trash, recycling, and compost at the tech center. And we assessed what was being wasted, and we pretty much went into the programs that were most wasting stuff, and we taught them what should be recycled and what should be thrown away. And we plan to do another audit this spring to see how we have improved.
So in the waste audit, tell me how the waste audit works.
Well, we pretty much go through the trash, recycling, and compost, and we see what should and shouldn't have been thrown away. And that's about it.
Aren't you guys, just to clarify, because I don't think the viewers have seen a waste audit, so you guys are actually emptying trash, you put on your rubber gloves, and you're literally picking through it and sorting it out and weighing it. So you can tell what amount should it, and usually you find that a very small percentage of it is actually trash to happen?
Not so much. I think there was a lot of stuff that shouldn't have been thrown away.
Right, yeah, that's what I mean.
2 specific programs, yeah.
Right, and so you are working with those programs. So you're making changes right, your outreach was right to your own school, basically.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. So tell me more about zero waste and what you've learned and what you're doing in other areas.
There are other kids in our class that are starting to compost and doing recycling.
You mean at home?
Yeah.
So you learned this in the classroom, but then this person you're talking about took it home and made some changes at his house.
And then after we did the waste audit, we got new recycling bins and delivered them to each classroom.
Nice. So they now are able to recycle even if they wanted to before they didn't have the bin?
Yeah.
And I heard a rumor that you're recycling at your house now too, Stephen.
Yeah, we're going to start.
Nice. So you're getting a tote or a bin?
Yeah.
So you can do that? That's awesome. Great. So Anything else before we move on? Because I know you came here to demonstrate something. Okay. So I understand that you're going to show us how to make things out of reusable materials, items that might otherwise have been recycled or thrown away. You've got a couple crafts that can be given away as gifts or used for other purposes, right? Okay, so Brittany, why don't you tell us about what those are?
We actually have boxes. Are we showing the beads? We have boxes, and the bows, and they're made out of old magazines, and they're pretty much good for like gifting to your mother, because as you can make jewelry, you can make pretty much anything out of it, and she'll love it because you made it, kind of thing.
Or anybody might love it because you made it. A friend, maybe? Yeah. Okay, so why don't we get set up so you can show us how to make these boxes out of magazines and bows. So Brittany and Stephen are going to show us how to make, what are they, Brittany? Magazine boxes?
Magazine boxes. Okay, so step one is you want to just get a piece of paper like this, and you're going to fold it in half.
So is that a page from a magazine?
Yeah, it's a page from a magazine. You're going to want to tear it out and fold it in half. So, and then you're going to tear it down the middle. It's going to look something like this, and you're going to have two of them. And these are just the pieces that you're going to use to weave the baskets. So
you're sort of creating the structure by folding up the magazine page?
And you're just going to want to fold it into thirds. And it should look something like this in the end. And you're going to want to tape it like this. Just so it stays nice and flat.
So you fold it in half, and half again, and half again.
And you're going to want about, 14 or 15 of these to make a nice size box. And Stephen will now show you the other step.
All right, so you start out with 3 of the woven pieces, and you pretty much lie them down, and you take one, and you go over and under, and then, or under, over, under. And you want to try to get them somewhat in the center to start.
Do you want me to hold this up so people can see what you're doing?
Yeah.
So it's going to look like this, and you're basically weaving it.
Yeah, and then you do like the opposite. Just go. Oh,
God. And I'm seeing that it's a little awkward when you start it.
Yeah, it's harder to start it, but then once you have like a 3x3 down, it's kind of easier.
So it's a little awkward the first couple, you tape them in place, and then it gets easier as you go?
Yeah.
Nice. So every time you weave, are you taping it down?
You can. It really depends on if you want to or not. It's easier to tape it down. Like for me, it's easier to just tape down after the first 3.
Yep.
Or down, but yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, it looks like this.
So this is what you just did. You wove 3 going down and 3 across.
Sort of.
Yeah. Okay. So what's the next step?
So once you have like a 5x5 or like your base pretty much set up, you want to take 2 extra ones and put them on one side or the other and pretty much weave it again. And then.
And what are you doing? You're
making the sides.
Making the side of the box. So this part here.
Yep.
Okay.
And then you fold those 2 up. You take the other side and you want to like interlink these ones pretty much.
So you do that all the way around?
Yeah. And that's pretty much just going to give you like your box structure. And then you take the sides right here and you weave them up.
So so these end pieces that are sticking out, you're now weaving through what you just made. So it's woven on the side as well.
Yes.
Nice. You're doing this pretty quickly too. You must have done this before.
Multiple times.
Yeah. Did you make some as gifts?
Yeah.
Did you do that too, Brittany?
Yeah.
Who'd you give yours to?
I gave it to my mom.
Nice. So that's how you make the sides?
Yeah, and then you're gonna have like leftover things, and you pretty much just fold them the way they're going.
I see. So they're
And then you
folded
tape
down.
them like that. Yeah.
So can you show what the finished product looks like?
This is one, and then if you do the same thing but only one side, and like instead, like for instance, this was a 5x5. If you do
This is 5x5?
I think so.
Okay. I'm just holding it up so people can see the size.
Then if you do like a 6x6, but with one side, you can make a cover, and then closes. And you can
This is nice.
you can also make like different shapes. Like this is a pencil holder that someone else made.
This is pretty cool. So, and it actually, you know what? It's hard to tell on the camera, but this is really sturdy. You
Yeah.
could really use this to hold stuff.
These all are, well, really besides this one. This one is-
Nice. So
Yeah.
these are one way that you can use old magazines, and you could probably do other kinds of paper if you had to. So it's free, doesn't cost any money to make. You could make it in maybe half an hour, and then you have a gift for somebody, or a gift box that you could put something else in, right? Okay, so now Michael and Connor are going to show us the next craft. What are you doing, Connor?
These are bows.
Made out of
Recycled newspapers.
newspapers?
Or not
magazines?
newspapers, but magazine pieces of paper.
Well, you could do newspaper too, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much make it out of. And here's an example of a whole bunch of used magazines that you've ripped your papers out of.
Yep, just any piece of paper, really.
Okay. So who's going to show us what to do?
Michael, you can start off.
So you have to have different sizes,
Can you hold those up again? Thanks. Different lengths?
different lengths of, I don't have enough fingers.
Okay. That's okay. So what are those? You've cut the magazine page into strips?
Yes, you need 3 full length, and then 3 shorter, not so full page, and then 1 probably about half, and then 1 short one that you just make into a circle to go on the top, right there.
Okay. So here, I think you need this. You're going to show us how to make it?
I'm gonna tape them. Roll this one into a circle.
Okay.
And then you just set that to the side. Then you take this, fold it in, and twist it so it's got a little
Can you
point
hold
on
it
the
up
end.
when you do it? Okay.
And then you tape that down. And then you take the other side and you twist it the opposite way. So it's like this.
It's like a figure 8 almost.
Yep. And then you do that for all of them.
I like the twist. Cool. Did you guys, have you guys taught this to other people?
We went down to Crosset Brook Middle School in Waterbury and taught it to the 7th and 8th graders.
Nice. So you learned it, you did it, and you passed it on. That's really cool. All right, so you've got your 9 folded, now what?
And then you start with the biggest 3 and you start to cross them like this. And you got to take little pieces of tape, roll them up. If I can get it.
Here, let me help you out. I'll get some ready for your next one. We can be the
And then you
helpers.
stick them on. Stick that on right there.
Nice.
And this one's a little lopsided.
All right. I would love to get that on a gift. Not that I'm hinting or anything. Nice.
Now, Connor will show you the simpler way.
So there's another way to do it that's slightly less time consuming?
Yeah.
And that wasn't actually that time consuming, but it was kind of cool. Okay, show us.
My way is pretty much the same as his, the smaller strip, but you just fold them in the center and staple them. It might not look as good as the other one, but it's simpler, especially if you're like me and forget about people's birthdays and stuff.
So you have to do it really quick?
Yeah.
Quick, I need a bow. Okay, whose birthday did you forget about?
Not gonna say any names.
At least it wasn't your mother, was it?
Nah.
I just would like to say for mothers everywhere, don't forget her birthday. Oh yeah, that is a lot quicker.
Yep.
So there's two, if you don't have the patience to do the twisting and the taping, you could just do this quick version.
Just as Michael did. You get the longest strips, kind of layer them across, and the same. It helps to staple them every few, so you can be more in control of them.
Just so they're not slipping around while you're building it up.
Yes.
Yeah. It's looking really nice, actually.
Just pile it on there like a sandwich.
You're just stacking it.
Yeah.
Really, actually, I've seen the finished product and it looked too complicated for me to even think about. Now that I'm watching you guys do it, I can see that it's actually really simple. Let me see. Nice. Oh, and that's the middle, the small one on the top?
Yeah. Although
Right.
it does not look as unique as Michael's, but it's unique in its own way.
Oh, it's beautiful. Are you kidding me? Let me hold these up. Okay, so we've got the twisty version and the quicker version, and they both look wonderful. I would be proud to receive a gift with this bow on top. Proud, maybe that's not the word. Excited, happy. Anyway, thank you both. All right, well, hey, thank you guys for showing us those crafts. And they're beautiful. You can see with the bows on the boxes, they're gorgeous. So I understand that you have done some other reuse crafts as well. Could you tell me something about those?
Well, some things that we made was wallets out of chip bags,
Cool.
and they're like different sizes and stuff.
So you could put you actually have like different money slots in
Yeah.
here. Nice.
And like we're doing an upcycling project in school, and we pretty much got to make something. And I made like a pencil holder. It's not here right to this day.
But what did you make it out of?
Old like beef jerky cans.
The beef jerky cans, the ones that are like plastic,
Yeah.
they look like hockey pucks.
Yeah, pretty much.
And we're going to back up because I heard that you're a big beef jerky fan and you carry those around with you. So you happen to have a bunch of those.
Yep.
And so you use those to make something useful. Nice. So you talked about upcycling. Tell me more about how did you get started on upcycling and what are you doing with that?
Well, we kind of got started in class with a simple project when we made the bows and the boxes for the first time, and then we took what we learned and went to Crossick Middle School in Waterbury and taught them how to make it, and now we're filming the show.
But you just are rising quickly, rocket ships. So, and you're doing other projects too, right? I mean, I hear you're doing art with reused materials?
Yeah, Connor and I made a lawn gnome
Lawn gnome.
type
Wow.
robot out of just recycled doorknobs and shower heads and a thermos.
And wait, okay, so we got doorknobs. I see the doorknobs. Shower head. Where's the shower head? One of the legs. A thermos. And what are the black things? Like they're handles from something?
They're some weird wood things that were at the Restore.
Okay.
We thought they might be good for arms, so we grabbed them.
Perfect.
And put them on.
So you went to the Restore and you just found a bunch of stuff.
Pretty much. Comes off.
Ah. So you could even use your lawn gnome as a thermos if you wanted to.
Well, there's screws through it.
Oh, so maybe not.
Really.
So you can actually put it in your lawn?
Yep.
Nice.
Gonna decorate my garden.
So it seems like you could do this with anything. You could do it with stuff around your house too, right? or found items as well as going to the restore. Okay, so what other kinds of upcycling art projects have you guys done?
We did a Christmas tree, like a magazine tree.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So that looks like it's a little more complex.
I don't really think it's that much more complex. All you're doing is folding pages. It's pretty simple for how complicated it looks.
Yeah, I could see that. Nice. And didn't you do an upcycling thing? Tell us about your project.
I actually made a flag out of Monster cans.
Out of Monster cans?
Yeah, they're like the energy drink. Because I don't know, I have around I have a lot, probably in 300 to 400. I don't know, probably more than that.
That's a lot of Monster.
Yeah. And I was like, well, I'm not gonna ever have a need for these. I can't do anything with them. So I was like, oh, well, I'll just make a flag out of them. And it was nice until it started to fall apart.
Fell apart, but you can fix it.
Yeah.
So you reused the cans you already had lying around. And just FYI, aren't they redeemable?
They are redeemable. So everyone says oh, we'll bring them back, and I'm like, no.
You love your Monster cans. It sounds like you want to hang on to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And so it's because of that you actually are making something out of it.
Yeah.
So it's a decoration, perhaps, an art project? Yeah. So it sounds like you've taken a lot of the stuff that you've worked on and you're doing all kinds of things with it. You've taught it to other people, you're making gifts, you're making your own art projects. That's really cool.
Modern art.
And you're making your school a better place by recycling in the school now. Modern art, is that what you called it? Yeah. Definitely. Well, listen, I want to thank you all for coming today and for showing all these amazing crafts that you're working on. I wish the camera could see these wallets because they're really, really cool. There's all these different pockets in them.
There's
and
3
they're
different
very
pockets.
crinkly, so you get this nice sound when you take it out of your pocket. Nice job. Well, hey, thank you guys. I hope to see you around the community doing more outreach projects and upcycling and all of this stuff. Thanks for coming. And this has been Zero Waste Central. Thank you for tuning in.